Mulozaki, muvelo rodogbon, mulozabe okuta, muvelo ri. Wole Soyinka, Wole Soyinka o.
Akinwande Oluwole Babatunde, simply known Wole Soyinka, clocked 90 years of age recently, and the day was celebrated with pomp and pageantry, not only in Nigeria but the world over, especially his contribution as a Nigerian playwright, novelist, poet, and essayist in English language. Soyinka was awarded the 1986 Nobel Prize in Literature for his wide cultural perspective and poetic overtones, fashioning the drama of existence, the first sub-Saharan African to win the prize in literature. A descendant of the rulers of Isara, Soyinka was born the second of his parents' 7 children in the city of Abeokuta, Nigeria. His father, Samuel Ayodele Soyinka, whom he called S.A. or S.A., was an Anglican minister and the headmaster of the St. Peter's School in Abeokuta. The elder Soyinka was a cousin of the Odemo of Isara Remo, Samuel Akisanya, the founding father of Nigeria. Soyinka's mother, Grace Eniola Soyinka, nee Jenkins Harrison, whom he dubbed the Wild Christian, owned a shop in the nearby market. She was a political activist within the women's movement in the local community. Professor Wole Soyinka never at any time hid the story of his ancestral home, as this was why he named the large expanse of land in Kemtai Diaba, Abeokuta, where his home is located, Ijegba, depicting his roots in Ijebu and Eda.
Wole Soyinka.
Professor Wole Soyinka recently decided to visit his hometown as part of the celebration to mark his 90th birthday, and it was timely as he has been long away from home. From the entrance of Shahapadi was a road named after their own, and this road leads to Isara, the town of the Nobel Laureate. His first visit was the private residence of the Odemo of Isara, Oba Albert Mayube, on a Sunday afternoon to pay homage and also to relive the old memories of how he grew up and all that he has contributed to the development of the land.
Iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ti ṣe sílùú Isara ní ọ̀nà tí àwa pápá ọ̀nà ṣe ló pọ̀ rẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀ kò ṣeé sọ kò ṣeé kàtàn. So adúpẹ́ ìpè lónìí ẹ̀tún ká wa yẹ ẹ̀tún ká kábíyèsí wa yẹ láti wá pay wa ní visit. Thank you very much, sir.
The families of Soyinka in Isara were many to show the world that this man, his origin is from here. And we were really impressed with the solidarity given to our father here. And honestly speaking, 3 of them in Ijebu land were God gift. One, Dr. Taishulani, Professor Ayodele Olubi, and Professor Wole Soyinka.
They were happy to receive their son, who happens to be the Akogun of Isara Remo, and wanted his coming to be eventful.
So, forgive me. Yes, sir. Well, what if he, what if he wants the ṣe fẹ́ ẹ máa dùn ún tí ìkọ́lé ẹ tún fi lẹ̀ sí ojú ọmọ lójú púpọ̀ ó lè dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín dúpẹ́ pé ẹ bínú ẹ gbà bó ṣe rí tíẹ̀ tí mo lè máa ń ṣe látòkèrè jẹ́ pé ẹ níwọ̀n pé ọwọ́ mi wà mẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí mo fi tí kọ́ nǹkan tí ọmọ mi bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó ń sọ mo rí pé ó dàbí pé ẹ fi tí kọ díẹ̀díẹ̀ bọ̀ kó tó tèmi.
As Akogun of Isara Remo, Professor Wole Soyinka was also given some parcel of land within the Isara community for him to build a monument as his own signature in the town. Professor Wole Soyinka, as part of his visit to Isara, was taken to the ancient Odemo of Isara Palace to see the project he once contributed to. His next port of call was where his parents, late Samuel Ayodele Soyinka and late Mrs. Grace Eniola Soyinka, were buried at the St. Peter's Cemetery, and he was quite emotional as he asked the camera not to capture the moments. He offered prayers to the soul of his parents.
Of course, as you've said, it's historic. It's quite symbolic because it's also an acknowledgement of the source of one's place of origin, and that is the statement which Professor Soyinka is making today. You recall that in July there were various activities marking his 90th birthday, and he promised then that he would be visiting his hometown, whenever he had the time. And so today is the day.
It's a very emotional thing. It's coming back home for him and visiting Kabiyesi and visiting this palace and visiting especially where his dad and his mom were buried. It's a very, very emotional thing. But it's not only awesome. Again, it has some form of cultural relevance. Not for us to forget our roots. So when you hear Ijegba, Ijebu, Egba, this is the Ijebu version of it.
Professor Wole Soyinka's last port of call before his exit from Isara town was his father's building, a structure that stood the test of time and still standing tall. And according to his book Isara, The Voyage of Essex, his main inspiration came from that house. Not many of those living in that house knew that this giant once lived there.
So this is really truly homecoming for him because he spent a bit of time here too in his youth. It's nostalgic. He will bring memories as a child, and he drew inspiration. As some of his writings, he drew his inspiration from here to the extent that he wrote a book called Isara. So you can imagine.
As expected, Professor Soyinka evaded questions from journalists on how he feels about his homecoming.
The Odemo of Isara, to thank him for the honors conferred on me and my family during my 90th birthday.
How do you feel coming?
I said I would only answer one question. Why am I here? And I've given you that purpose. Okay? That's more than enough.